My name is Gabriel with Dream Team Exterior Solutions in Indianapolis, Indiana. I have a pressure washing and property maintenance service business for residential and commercial properties, and we take care of about 834 clients. We've been in business for only coming up on 3 years, and so I'm here to help you get started. If you're watching this video, you're probably interested in either starting a business, you're already started, but you don't know how to get going, or you're looking to grow your business. So we're going to discuss a couple of details that are going to help you guys out, make sure that you're all professional, make sure that you get taken seriously, and making sure that your brand is established as a professional service provider in your area. A couple of things that we're going to cover are how to get leads. It's the number one question in the industry is, how do I get leads? How do I get started? How do I get customers? And so if you're starting out, you probably don't have a very big budget for marketing. If you do, that's great. But if you don't, this is going to help you out in getting some free leads through social media and other ways in order to go ahead and get your business rolling. So apart from that, we're also going to go over a couple of other things in some later videos where we can turn those leads into recurring customers and branch out your business by building a network that's going to help you expand and generate recurring revenue so that your business can not only survive, but take off. So when I got started, little brief thing about me, I got started and I had only $7,500 to my name. So I had never pressure washed before. I had gone to a self-serve car wash and used their pressure washer to wash some cars. And so I didn't understand the industry as well as I do now. And it takes time, guys. So don't get discouraged. We're here to help. Here at Washwiz and here with Dream Team, I'm always open, as well as Jacob, in order to go ahead and help you guys out. And we want to help you grow your business into a $100,000 a year business to where you can live and you can support your family, and hopefully you can get off that truck at some point. So when I got started, I had only $7,500 to my name. And so what I did was I got on Facebook and I bought used equipment. I say used because it was secondhand, but it was still brand new. I got very lucky and I found a man in Minnesota who was looking to start a pressure washing business, but decided to go a different way. All the equipment was brand new with tags. Pressure washer never even had gas in it. And so I paid him for a F-150, a surface cleaner, a Simpson 4 gallon a minute belt drive pressure washer, and a couple of gallon tanks. And so that's how I got started. I didn't have a lot of money for marketing at all. I was used to my side hustles growing up. And what I did was I spent some money on yard signs because that's what I saw on the internet and YouTube and everything. And I spent my money on business cards. And I wish I wouldn't have done that. I wish that at the beginning I had somebody in my ear that was going to tell me, use that money for things that are going to bring you money. And nowadays, after having some years in the industry and growing my business, I understand different methods of how to get work without having or the need for a business card or for yard signs. They do great, but if you don't have any money to spend on them, you just don't have them. So I'm here to help, like I said, guys. One of the main things that you can do in order to get leads or customers for free is Facebook. Facebook is one of the most powerful tools to grow a business in the world today, especially in our economy. And so how do you do that if you don't have money? I'm not talking about Facebook ads. What I'm talking about is groups. And apart from joining the pressure washing groups online, we have one for Washwiz, and you're free to join as long as you're in the membership program. We'll go ahead and give you the information so you can get in there. You can have ready access to a lot of the industry professionals that are going to go ahead and be at the ready to help you out with any questions, big or small. Whether you're in the field or not, we're here to help. And there's a lot of us that are willing to go ahead and extend a lending hand. We want this industry to keep growing and keep being successful. We want our prices to keep going up, and we want to be able to continue to make a good living for ourselves. So helping other people get started in a professional way to carry a good reputation in the industry is just one way that we do that. So back to Facebook. Groups. You want to get on groups. So for example, neighborhood groups, county groups, not just, for example, Indianapolis group. online. No, I want those neighborhoods that I want to be in. Every neighborhood, every HOA just about has a Facebook page or a Facebook group for its residents. And so what you're looking to do is get in those groups. How do you get in those groups? A lot of them do have questions. So some of them are public, which are really great. You can go ahead and get in there. And some of them are not, they're private. And so what you're going to want to do is write into those questions that you are a service business and you're looking to help that community with your services at discounted rates. If you can, find out who the admins are in the groups. Those things are public, so you can click on the group when you want to join or right before. There should be some pictures about who's the admins or the moderators, etc. Click those people on there. You will be able to add them, and you can send them a private message in order to go ahead and gain access to their pages. And so that's one way to get into those groups. But if once you're in those groups, what do? You're going to want to make sure that the first thing you do is you read the rules. Every Facebook group, public or private, has some rules. And so you need to abide by those rules, otherwise you'll be banned. And the first thing that you want to do is, after reading those rules, make sure that you can actually promote or advertise in that group. So a lot of groups for these communities will have a set day of the week in which you can promote. And if we don't have a lot of money for marketing, we're probably not out there doing jobs. So the one thing we do have is time. That means that we can be scouring Facebook, scouring other applications, social media like Nextdoor and others, for people that are looking for services that we can actually provide, whatever that may be. If you're a pressure washing business and somebody posts that they're looking for recommendations for somebody to pressure wash their house or their driveway, go ahead and chime in and recommend yourself. Tell them, hey, I'm looking to get started. Can I send you a message with my information so that I can go ahead and give you a free quote? It'll take a couple of minutes. Maybe I can even come out there and do one in person with you. And so those are the types of things that we can do. So you're going to want to get in the neighborhood groups, city groups, county groups, all those groups. I'm going to break this down a little bit for you guys and give you guys an example. So I'm in Indianapolis. Specifically, I'm in a suburb called Fishers. And in my suburb, this little city town that I'm in, there's a lot of residential neighborhoods that have those cookie cutter homes, right? Nothing's really outrageously huge. They're usually between 1,500 to no more than 2,500 square feet. Easy peasy. They usually have standard two-car driveways with a small lot. It's a cookie cutter home. Those are the good groups you want to get into. If you can find those neighborhood groups, get in them. For example, here, there's a neighborhood that has a lot of homes called Brooks Chase. And what I did was, I knew this neighborhood because I grew up in it and I used to hang out there a lot, but I knew that they had a Facebook group. So I found this Facebook group. It's called Brooks Chase Residents. Some of them might have names like Brooks Chase Neighbors, Brooks Chase Neighborhood Group, Brooks Chase Neighborhood HOA, Brooks Chase Fishers. Those are the types of things you can search to find those residents and those groups. And so when I got in the group, I read the rules and I found out that once a week you can promote your business. And on that day, what I did was I wrote out, whether on my phone or on a computer, I wrote out an actual group post that I would save on my computer or on my phone in my notes. And every day of that, I was allowed to post just one promotion. I would copy and I would paste it. And then I would stay. I had time. So what I did, I stayed on that page. I stayed on Facebook. I looked around all those neighborhood groups. And eventually I joined enough of them to where my feed, my news feed on Facebook, was a lot of those posts that people were looking to make, whether it was their updates about them having some curb alert free grill for a neighbor to grab, or whether they were asking about a question, when is the next HOA meeting? But every now and then somebody posted in there that they're looking for recommendations for a painter, a pressure washer, somebody to clean their gutters, somebody to mow their lawn, etc., etc., etc. And so when they do have those recommendation posts, you're going to want to get in there. And how do you get in there? You want to keep it nice and short and sweet, but you do want to be professional. So you can do one of two things, or both. what you can do is you can, if Sally Mae decides to post, hey, I'm looking for somebody to pressure wash our driveway, who do you guys recommend? You're going to want to get in there, and everybody's going to be recommending people. And so there's going to be John's pressure washing, Billy Joe's pressure washing, Bob's power wash, Jeannie power wash, etc. A whole bunch of recommendations, or call this person and then their number, whatever. And so all the neighbors are going to put all the recommendations in there. But if you pay attention to the details, nobody's tagging the original poster. So the poster gets the notification that there's been a comment, but they've been getting notifications all day about this post. So what I used to do was I tagged that person in my comment for the recommendation. If Sally Mae said, I'm looking for somebody to clean our driveway, who do you guys recommend? I would say, Sally Mae, my name is Gabriel. I'm trying to start a pressure washing business. I'd love to help you out and give you a free quote. I'll go ahead and send you a private message with my information, so that way I can come out and give you a free estimate either today or whenever you're free. And so I would comment that, and then I would go ahead and add Sally Mae, and I would message her privately. Hi, Sally Mae. I saw your post about looking for recommendations for a pressure washer. I actually own a pressure washing business here in Fishers. I'd love to come out and give you a free quote. Please give me a call when you have some time, so that way I can come out and walk the property with you and see how I can help you out. I'll give you a really good price. I'd leave my phone number. Of all the recommendations that Sally Mae got, there's probably going to be one person that sticks out, and that's the person that not only tagged her in the comment, but it's the person that messaged her privately and took initiative. And so you're already a step of the game by taking the initiative. And that specific trait is exactly what's going to take your business far. You have to have initiative, take action right now. So just to recap this video, free leads. And you can do the same thing with Nextdoor. Nextdoor is an application where locals will get on there and they'll ask for a bunch of recommendations, things for every and anything, building a fence, painting, mowing, snow plowing, a whole bunch of stuff. And they also often gossip about what's going on in the area and all that stuff. So you're going to do the exact same thing you do on Facebook. You're going to do the exact same thing on Nextdoor. And between those two, you should be able to get a couple of leads and get your name out there. And so that's what we're going to want to do. We're going to take advantage of free. What we have is time. And so we need free leads. Now, when you get the job, if you get out there and you do an in-person estimate with Sally Mae, you're going to want to be professional, dress in a uniform or something nice, come out there. Possibly if you have a rig and you have equipment already, bring it with you in case that it takes a little demonstration for you to go ahead and sell the job. Demos do good work. And so they'll convince somebody when they can see the difference right in front of their face about what you can do. So that's how you want to do that. Recapping again, like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to get on Facebook. We're going to look for local groups, local community groups, specifically neighborhood groups. We're going to get in there. We're going to read the rules and find out what day, if any day, we're allowed to promote our business. Have a side post saved so that you can post that on that day, and then scour that group for recommendations where people are looking for services that you provide. If it's Christmas lights and they're looking for somebody to decorate, or they post a picture about something that they had decorated, go ahead and comment on that post. Hey, I'd love to help you out. My name is such and such. Here's my information. I'll give you a free estimate. And so you're going to want to stay on there and take advantage of your time. If you see that somebody is posting looking for recommendations, you're going to want to go ahead and not only respond and recommend yourself, obviously, and introduce yourself in a polite and professional way, you're going to want to go ahead and tag them in that post so that they get the notification that they were tagged in that post. It piques an interest and they're going to automatically look. So where if there's 39, 40, 50 comments on that recommendation post, they're specifically going to look at yours because you tagged them in it. And so that gives you a leg up. They're also probably going to get what I told you to do. If you follow these instructions, you're going to private message them after you try and add them as a friend because they're a local. You're going to want them in your network. So if you did message them, they're going to get a notification on there with a private message, and they're going to read that. And so those are just a couple of things, and you can do that with all the neighborhoods around you. specify those cookie cutter homes, the easy ones you can get in and out pretty quickly, and you give them a bomb deal. When I first started out, I was doing house washes for super cheap. Nowadays, I recommend people price like they want to be in the next 3 to 5 years. Don't price outrageously expensive, but you don't want to be the cheapest. You don't want to be misinterpreted as the neighbor down the street and with a little electric pressure washer who is looking to make 20 extra bucks every weekend or something. That's not what you are. You're trying to run a business, and a business costs money. And so you want to have money to not only survive yourself as an individual, but for the business to survive and be able to generate more leads, have money for marketing, hopefully get insured, licensing, have marketing stuff for apparel, hats, be able to do those types of things like a professional business does. And so in the next coming videos, I'm going to help you guys out by showing you what we can do after we've gotten those leads in order to generate more free leads. So we're going to make that customer into a lifetime customer. How do we do that? Coming up next.